In this video, we're going to go over the liquidity controls and the main filter controls. So let's dive right into it. Now, once you have a breakout set up, so what we're doing in this example is we're going to look for breakouts that are higher than the last 60 bars, that are broken out above the last 60 bars, and we're on an hour time frame. But now let's start using let's explain rather the liquidity controls, what that does. So let's say you're looking for certain liquidity conditions. And what we mean by liquidity is the price of an asset times the amount of volume. So let's say you want to find something that has $100 million in liquidity. 100, one more zero. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. Okay. So if we're looking for that condition of one bar, turn the background color on, you'll see how that is filtered for it. We take it off. And if you had a volume indicator down here and you multiply the volume times the asset price, you would get the liquidity. So that's if you're looking to enter, exit, depending on how much your trading fund is or your trading account is in your trades. And you can, of course, look over a certain amount of bars to get that. So that was a very liquid period right here. So that's how the liquidity control works if you're looking for certain conditions of liquidity. Now we have the main filters down here. And what you can do with your breakouts is you can filter your breakouts based on these conditions. So if you want to find a breakout that is just crossed above or below a certain EMA, you can do that. So if we want to find, so for our conditions, we want to look for a breakout that has broken out last 60 bars and crossed above, just recently above a 10 EMA. You get that filtered down here. So this orange line that just showed up is our 10 EMA that we just put on, or it could even be 100 EMA, whatever you want to put on the chart. And as soon as it crosses it and breaks out at the same time, you will get a long entry for it. You could also use, if you just want it to be above, generally above a certain EMA, instead of just recently crossing it, but just being above it, you can filter it with that. You can see now that we have this line come up here, which is our EMA for the 100 that we just inputted. Of course, you can change this number to be anything you want, but that will filter out our longs based on that. Of course, you can do below EMA if you want. Same thing with up here, above or below. Now, if you're looking for certain conditions that are volatile or not so volatile, you can do that with the average true range. And you can look for a % increase, decrease, or being above or below a certain ATR. And what we'll do is look at the ATR percent, just to show that to you. Here's a good one. Okay, we have a 14 period here, and let's see what our settings here are on the main filter controls. Okay, so we have a 14 period. So what we'll show you here will match what's happening on the chart. But if you're looking, for example, for a breakout, and you want it to you want to enter when it's getting more volatile, you can look for an ATR increase, for example. So you can say, hey, I want it to increase at least a 10th of a percent over the last 5 bars. You can look for that. Maybe let's try to get a little more volatility. Let's maybe do 0.5% over the last 5 bars. Okay. So we can see here, for example, where the ATR was increasing at least 0.5% over the last 5 bars, and we have that breakout of 60 bars right here that filtered out our breakout a little better. So let's go back to that. So you can look for ATR increase, you can look for a decrease in ATR, you can look for just being above or below a certain ATR percent. So this is a really good indicator to use with that to see what's happening visually. But that's it for the liquidity control and for the main entry filter controls, which also not only control your breakouts, but they can also be used with your price action or even your volume too. We have separate videos on these, but just not all of these can be combined with each other to create any condition you're looking for. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps.